Hello guys, today I decided that I wanted to make a video for those ones at home that are looking forward to cover their grays, right? I had a few clients asking me how to do it at home. I know you've been buying color from us, so you don't really have to worry about, oh, how am I gonna mix it? Is it gonna be right? The tone is right. The only thing you gotta do is just mix it in a bowl and then just apply it. So I'm already mixing the color here, right? So you gotta make sure that the dye doesn't have any chunks, that is just like nice and smooth, right? Then I would recommend for you to wear a cape on an old short that you have. Here, of course, I have a philosophy cape, which is kind of sad because I miss them. I miss you guys, by the way. I'm also very excited to do this for you guys. And do not forget your gloves, okay? If you don't really have any stains in your hands, you don't wanna miss on this, right? So just make sure you wear just your gloves, right? Then what we're gonna use is like maybe a Telcom and some clips. Any kind of clips you have, they're fine as long as they're plastic. You cannot use anything that is metal because that's gonna affect the dye, right? So then after this, what we're gonna do, you're going to untangle your hair, right? You're gonna untangle your hair. Usually my hair is very curly, but I have to blow dry it just to make sure, so I can show you exactly what I'm gonna do, because it's very difficult to do it when your hair is curly, right? So as you see, I don't really have lots of grades. I just have like one in here, but not many. So anyway, so we're gonna start, and what I want you to do is, if you have gray hair, you have to start from the top. That's always the rule when you have gray hair. If you don't really have gray hair, you can start from the back or whatever you want. As long as you apply fast, you'll be okay, right? So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna just do this, and hold on, that's it, perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. Then I'm going to do this, right? And you see this line in here? I'm going to clip it to the back, just so it's easier for me to work with my hair, right? And this one's gonna be the same, you see? I'm gonna clip this to the back, so it's easier for me to work with that, right? So there you go, we have this now. So I'm gonna get a little closer so you can really see what I'm gonna do, right? So I chose to work with this kind of comb because this one is very difficult for me, you know what I mean? Well, it's not difficult, but it will be easier for me this one because I just have to do this, you know what I mean? I don't have to go like all the way up, and you'll be able to see way better what I'm doing, right? So I want you to take a fair amount of dye, right? Then what I want you to do is this. You see this? I want you to touch your roots, just like this, right? Perfect. Then I want you to do a line right here, maybe like a quarter of an inch, and then you just go back and touch it again, right? The trick is do it in both sides. You're gonna do it right here, and then you're gonna flip the hair that you just took, and you're just going to apply it to the other side, right? That way, right? Same here. You're going to do the same here. You always try to keep your hair down so you don't get old, right? Oh, that's perfect. The same. That's it. Perfect. So we're done this side, and we're pretty much done. Perfect. So what I want you to do is, now just pull your hair away from your face and just do this, right? Just put a little extra over here, right? So why is this? A lot of people complain of having, after a week, regrowth, right? It's like, oh, I have that shadow after a week, or my grays on my hairline, right? The thing is, your hair grows really fast, right? Like people don't believe it, but some people hair grows even faster than normal, right? So it's normal that after a week you might see a little bit of a root because again, the hair grows. And if your hair is coarse, it's gonna grow even faster, right? So now we're gonna do the other side, right? So we're going to try to see where we started. That's perfect right there. You see, this is where we started, right? And then we're gonna take this and do the other side, right? We're gonna do the other side, you see? Pretty much gonna do the other side. Oops. That's it. Just take a very fine section so you can actually cover your roots. You see, perfect. Then right here, you see, then you go on the other side. Perfect. That's great. Anyway, so we're done this side. So what I want you to do is to pull your hair away from your face and just make sure you cover these grays, those ones that you hate so much, okay? So we're done with the front. Now we're gonna work in the back, right? So in the back, we have these clips, right? So we're gonna remove them and then we're going to take the hair away from our face, right? And what I want you to do is this. I just want to twist your hair a little bit like that and just to hold it right there. So it's gonna be easier for you to do the back, right? Look, perfect, right? This is perfect, actually. I'm just gonna lower this a little bit. Perfect, right? So after that, you see there's a line here. So what I want you to do is take the brush and go around this hairline, this line, sorry. Over here, that's perfect. Perfect. Just wanna show you so you can do it. You see, perfect. You see? Then what I want you to do, I want you to do a line in the middle, right? And what I'm gonna show you is very easy for you to do. Okay? I want you to start from here, right? I'm gonna turn around so you can see what I mean. I want you to do this all the way to your neck, right? If you want, you can pull the hair a little bit more, right? Just make sure you cover 100% those, right? After that, I'm going to make this side, right? I'm gonna work on this side. Right? So I guess I should turn around so you can see, right, what I'm doing. Okay. Just turn around a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. You see? So how we do it, you always work with this finger. You always keep your finger here so you can actually see what you're doing. And then, you see? That's all you need to do, you see? Then your finger, pull up, and then die, right? So we'll do it once again. Pull your hair up. Perfect. Pull your hair up once more. So I hope you get exactly what I did. I will check later if I did it right, by the way. And then we're going to move in this side, right? So this side is done. So what I want you to do is just to maybe put it on the side, I guess. And then we're gonna work on the other side, right? So I'm gonna take a section of the hair. Perfect. And I'm gonna keep going doing this side, right? Perfect. So we've done in the back, right? And then we are just going to make sure we actually went everywhere, right? So as you see, we went everywhere, right? So what I want you to do next, I want you to lift your hair from the sides, right? And you see here, you always have to make sure on the sides you have enough dye on the sides, right? So maybe just go a little bit here. That's it. That's it. And then we're gonna do the other side, right? I'm just going to take this one over here and just do this one over here. Perfect. You see here? Gotta just make sure go everywhere, right? And that's it. So I'm gonna show you how it is. I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna show you if I did or not a good job, right? And you can tell me too. Okay. So look, I'm gonna open my hair, and you can see exactly that I went everywhere, right? Perfect. You see? Perfect. You see? Great. So then we're gonna wait 30 minutes, and this should be ready. So half an hour has gone by, and basically I'm ready to be washed. So something that you can do, you can just take a comb and just kind of like brush a little bit of the dye everywhere, right? You don't have to do it perfectly. You can do it just like randomly, you know what I mean? That's all good. This is to avoid any difference between the roots and the color that it was done in the past. Even though it's the same formula, it tends to light up a little bit. So you want to make sure it looks even. So that's one of the reasons why I will do something like that, right? So for people who had balayage, highlights, or maybe some chunk of lighter pieces, I will not recommend to do something like that because you can actually stain the hair and it will only look like too ashy or greenish, and you don't really want that. If you want to cover it, just wait until this whole mess is over, and then you can go to your hairdresser and get it done properly, right? For now, just do your roots and just do whatever you have to do, right? If you have like balayage or anything like that, what I would recommend is for you to, before you wash it out, just put some conditioner everywhere and make sure you wash it really fast so that won't stain the blonde, right? For people who have darker tones, you can just randomly comb it through, right? Look, comb it through, right? And that will be okay, right? That will be pretty good, right? So, oops. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna just pull it all the way through because this is just a gloss. So for you to see exactly how to do it, right? So what you need to do is just take random hair. I mean, I did it that way, so it's more organized. I will take just a little bit of dye and put it on the hair, right? And then if you want, you can just take your comb and then just like brush it through. And then just make sure you comb it through everywhere, right? So there you go. Then after that, you're gonna wait 5 minutes. If you wanna leave it longer, you could. It doesn't really make a difference. This is only for you to kind of swish your hair back to wherever it was before, or to basically make sure your brown or your copper or your red becomes exactly how you like. Yeah, this is everything. Just make sure you after this you give yourself a really nice wash so you rinse everything out really well. And that's it. Was nice seeing you guys.